I am Corinne Antoinette, sitting in for Erwin Clare. Erwin, I love your job because we're here in Jamaica covering the Jamaica Independence celebrations. And today we decided we were going to stop by and see Jamaica to Rahtid Pupalick, which is the second edition of the Jamaica to Rahtid series. We have with us today, and we're shining the spotlight on, Aston Cooke, I can't even think of words to describe because he is the master of words. He's written, I don't even know how many plays, and he's been in this business for I don't even know how many years. And I guess at this point, how do you keep your energy going and keep coming up with these fresh ideas?
No, well, if you know the Jamaican culture like I do, Jamaica is, I'd say, a landscape for ideas. You just walk on the streets and you get ideas. Jamaican people are performers, and I pick my characters from off the street, just anywhere I go.
Tell us a little bit about what goes into, I guess, the preparation for writing these plays, these award-winning plays. Not just plays, folks. These are award-winning plays, consistently. Okay.
No, well, generally, when you write a play, you first need to understand what kind of story you want to tell. And I try to tell stories that are basically in the minds of people, stories of the people, and stories that people really want to see on stage. The last production I did was called Concubine, which one of our actresses, Delia Harris, won the Best Actress Award. And the story was a story, I would say, that women wanted to tell for themselves. It was a story about a woman who lived with a man for 15 years, and he decided to put her out and marry a younger woman. And the Jamaican women came out to support it. They shouted throughout the production. As far as Jamaica to Rahtid Pupalick goes, the series, as you mentioned earlier, the series started in 2005 as plain old Jamaica to Rahtid. And what it is, basically, it's poking fun at situations, poking fun at our culture, poking fun at our politicians, poking fun at media personalities, and just having a good old Jamaican time. And the idea behind the scenes, what I did was to select scenes that are in the minds of people. There are a lot of issues in Jamaica today, and as Miss Lou would say years ago, we take kin teeth and keep a heartburn. So why argue, why fret, why cry? We laugh about it, have a good time on stage, say what you have to say, and move on.
I know it must make you proud, the fact that well, you know, or at least feel good about the fact that people have been so receptive. I understand that you're booked up until December. People, we are, well, I mean, that's like 6 months in advance. You have to buy your tickets?
Well, not totally booked. What we found, what happened, a lot of companies, large companies and organizations buy out full houses for themselves, blocks of tickets, and they put them aside and use them as fundraising or use them for their staff. So we have sold quite a number of shows heading down to December, I'd say. So we're going to be here until December at least. We're going to be right here.
Aww.
Yes, yes. Theatre is vibrant in Jamaica. We play 6 nights a week for 6 months. The last production went 6 months. This one intends to go 6 months and beyond. And we should, after the 6-month run here in Kingston, we should do a North American tour, definitely. So who knows, you will see us somewhere in your city. We also represented Jamaica in the 2006 Carrie Festa in Trinidad, which was a kind of interesting thing because here's a production, a satirical review, poking fun at society, poking fun at government, poking fun at politicians, and the Jamaican government selected this group to represent Jamaica at the 9th Carrie Festa in Trinidad. And we did well. We had 3 full houses in Trinidad, and we did a great production, and we enjoyed the trip. We represented Jamaica well.
That is truly an honor.
Yes, it was. It was. I mean, I remember Johnny carried the flag. That's Christopher Daly. He carried the flag, and I remember he was actually crying, you know, because he said while we're going out in the stadium track, going around, and I remember Bahamas had 120 delegates representing that country, and Jamaica came with the cast of Jamaica to Rahtid, and crew, which total about 10. And we were going around, and Johnny started to cry because he said, imagine I'm carrying the flag representing Jamaica, and it's not football or cricket. And we're going around, and they said Jamaica, and we have a mad girl in our cast called Zandrian. And Zandrian decided that, listen, she's going to light up the stadium. And down the 100-meter track, Zandrian decided to do dirty wine. I know, and the stadium went wild. They went wild. I mean, you're talking about going after a contingent of 120, and they went wild for the Jamaica 10.
I'm a huge Tyler Perry fan, and
Tyler.
Yeah. And he's managed to cross from plays to TV to film and everything. Do I see anything like that in your horizon?
I have done television before, I'd say, yeah. So, I mean, I did the Oliver at Large series years ago when we started in about 1985 or so. We did Oliver at Large. So it's local. And yes, I like writing television. I like writing for television. I am not necessarily thinking of the big silver screen yet. But I like writing for television. I have fun writing for television. And yes, you'll see television material coming from me.
And of course, those are going to be available on DVD.
Yes. Yeah, because it will be for television. So, you know, you'll see them around.
I guess I could say that you are responsible for making the careers of quite a few people because of the work that you've done. And do you get involved in I guess you have a director, but do you step in sometimes and say, well, this is kind of like what I had in mind when I wrote XYZ?
As a writer, I try not to. And as a writer, well, I have a director who will chase me away from a rehearsal. He'll ask me to leave the rehearsal. Yeah? Yes, I will discuss ideas with him before. And he has a cutoff point where he'll take no more ideas. Yeah? Okay. So as a writer, and he has turned to me and say, oh, by the way, Aston, I'm going to cut these 2 pages out of the script. It's too long. Yeah, he'll do that, and he has a right. But as a writer, I try not to get involved in the creative process that much because I believe the end product, the work of art, is not necessarily, I'd say the meaning of the work of art is not necessarily in my meaning alone. Right. The actor brings something to it, exactly. The director brings something to it, the stage manager brings something to it, the set designer brings something to it, so they all bring something to it, and at the end of the day, it becomes a better piece. So I may write something, but if I don't have a great director and a creative and a brilliant actor taking it off the paper, it may not get anywhere.
With the resurgence of interest in plays and theater in Jamaica, do you find a lot of people coming up to you wanting you to mentor them or, you know, give them a few tricks of the trade or, you know, shoving plays at you and saying, can you produce this for me or anything like that?
Yes, what I get a lot of students who probably want you to read a script and make comments on it. And I do a lot of work in Jamaica through a group I started about 5 years ago called the Jamaica Youth Theatre. The Jamaica Youth Theatre consists of students from high schools all over Jamaica, and we represent Jamaica at the Caribbean Schools Drama Festival each year in a different island, and you take all these 20 young people around the islands and do theatre. And they're passionate about the work that they do, so much that they won the Prime Minister's Youth Award last year, and they actually infiltrated the professional theatre scene by winning an Actor Boy Award for Best Drama this year. So they have been doing some good work over the last couple of years. And they have fun. And in fact, you saw Everaldo. Yes. Everaldo came out of the Jamaica Youth Theatre into Jamaica to Rahtid, because he was going to Kingston College and he was doing good, and we saw him and he was part of the youth theatre, and he came and auditioned and the director liked him. What I get a lot of requests for interviews for the SBAs, for the Caribbean Examination Council, the CXC examinations. So you get a lot of requests for their projects because they have a new course in theater arts in the CXC examinations in the Caribbean. And they have to do a review of a local play and compare it with a Shakespeare play of some sort. I'm not sure what question it is, but so you get a lot of requests for students to come in, watch, review, and speak to them about the production, and they compare it with a Shakespearean play of some kind.
Again, this is Corinne Antoinette, and you're watching Caribbean Lifestyle Magazine.